The next one is from Rochelle. She asks, how much should I be feeding my dog? He weighs 75 pounds. She feeds him 3 cups of food twice a day. Well, as far as how much you should feed your dog, that is solely based on the dog. So we'll get into the facts here real quick because we talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, dog food bags are not accurate. They don't go off of breed of the dog. They don't go off activity level of the dog. They don't go off age of the dog. They don't factor in how fast of a metabolism the dog has. So I never go off the bag. In addition to that, the dog food companies want to sell more dog food. So they are going to put significantly more on the bag than it probably should be. So what do? You got to eyeball it. You got to first and foremost make sure that the dog is eating everything that you put down for them. If they're leaving food in their bowl after you feed them, that is a telltale sign that you're feeding them too much. So first thing you would do is if your dog has food left over in their bowl every mealtime, you're going to begin by every week cutting back 1/4 of a cup until the dog is consistently eating everything in that bowl. Right? And likely what you're going to see is you're going to start seeing a rapid weight loss because they're not consuming as many calories because probably they're a little bit overweight to begin with, right? Once you hit that point where they're eating everything in the bowl, then you start adjusting based on the looks of the dog, right? If they're eating everything, that means we're maintaining food drive, which is very healthy for them, obviously. From there, you look at, are they gaining too much weight? If they are, you cut it back further. Are they losing too much weight? Then you go up a little bit to stabilize. Just like with people. If you're trying to gain weight, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to maintain weight. You got to determine what stage is the dog in. But the first step is making sure they're eating everything that's put in front of them. Keep in mind, dogs are not picky. That doesn't exist. Everybody says, I got a picky dog. As my dog's gotten older, they've gotten picky. No, as your dog's gotten older, they haven't gotten picky. Their metabolism has slowed down, which means they need less food than they did when they were 2 years old, which means that you're overfeeding your dog.
Yep. Easy.
So go off the dog, Rochelle. Don't go off of any sort of anything that anybody tells you. A good rule of thumb, if you have a dog that's free feeding right now and you're trying to adjust that, this is what we do with some of the board and trains that come in if we're trying to get them on a more consistent feeding schedule, is for the initial first week that you are adjusting their feeding, assuming they're free fed and they're a little bit overweight and stuff. Usually what I'll do is I'll do 1.5 cups a day. So 3/4 cup in the morning, 3/4 cup in the evening. And I'll do that for 7 days and I'll see where I'm at with things. And this is assuming the dog is like, say, 55 to 60 pounds or over. If the dog is under 50 pounds, I do 1 cup a day. If the dog is under like 30 pounds, I do 1/2 cup a day.
Yeah.
Right? And you go off of that, and again, you start to balance it out because the first step is get them consistently eating everything in front of them.